San Antonio, Texas, home to the UTSA Roadrunners. As we'll see a team from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the UTSA Roadrunners. For EA Sports College Football. Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So UTSA's offense will have the football first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him. But what a challenge this defense faces today.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Second down coming up. Looking for a man. It's Lugo. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down. The Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. Looked as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will take the field for the first time. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah. He's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
He'll pull it on the read. And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up defense.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it. They're on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll keep it himself. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
That's caught. It's Bailey. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Roadrunners with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Lugo. A little screen to the running back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Now, when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back. But look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Well, they try to fake left and go bootleg right. Really nothing happening on that one. That doesn't mean they have to shelve that play, though. There's some window dressing you can add to that. Maybe get a tight end out in the flat. Maybe a receiver working an out-breaking route for you on the boundary. Give the quarterback somewhere to go with it if the defense is expecting him to keep the football running.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Henry. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Quickly to the tight end. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Florida Atlantic races to the line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Throws to the tight end. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Owls! Extra point here will tie the game. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can't do a little bit of everything in the offense.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. To throw, it's Lugo. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. This time on target. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quickly complete. At the 45, on his way. Plenty of room on that play, and they
why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Look out, he's got room. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Floats it out in space. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10. Breaks into the open. Busts through behind his pad. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They go to the draw. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they will score. Touchdown, Owls.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Lugo. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Roadrunners. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see it. Turning it on! Got the first down, looking for more. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Henry. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. And the Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to throw for it. Gets it out fast. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. Caught in the backfield, it's Henry. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. So now it's second and long.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Caught behind the line. It's Ingram. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got 3 on first down at second and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Florida Atlantic. Back to work after moving the chains. Quick completion to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Looking to throw on first down. And he's got it! Touchdown, Owls!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
21, UTSA, 17.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Lugo. With the catch, it's Kane. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. The Roadrunners in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. To the air on second down. Fires to the right. It's caught. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. New set of downs after the completion. Now improvising. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. And the Roadrunners can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Yeah, in third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Under fire. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Lugo. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That brings them to within 1.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in San Antonio, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The ball pops out on the return. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. It's reverse. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Wide receiver going in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clapp. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. To the air, it's Lugo. Pulls it in, it's Allen. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Roadrunners are threatening in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, UTSA! They take the lead with the 6. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
26, Florida Atlantic, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Free up the gut. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Looking for room. It's Ingram. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Dropping back, it's Lugo. The sure hands, it's Bailey. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps...
Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most.
Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Still on his feet. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Florida Atlantic races to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Makes the grab inside the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They'll run it from the gun. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ingram. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Caught in the backfield, it's Henry. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Unloads to the right. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. We've reached a break, and it's UTSA on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Here we go, set. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Proctor. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do... Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Quick strike through the air for the score. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes...
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Lugo. He's got him in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Roadrunners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Owls will hustle to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Trying to set up the screen. Can't get him to the ground. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. And the Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On the move. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. The punt team makes its way onto the field. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. He went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Lugo. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. That's to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back. And the Roadrunners have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. Under fire. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. He picks it up, still on his feet. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Steps away. He's going to run it. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. The Roadrunners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.
Tonight's final score.